The global version of the Nokia 6 is not coming out till at least May of 2017. So how can we review it? Import the Chinese model, of course. Nokia phones are back on the scene in 2017. Well, the name is at least. The Nokia we know from the 90s has been out of the game for a long time, but HMD Global has acquired the Nokia brand and is looking to release a few phones this year, starting with the Nokia 6. First off, this is one sturdy phone. It looks and feels great. The body is solid and all metal, and ours came in a smooth, matte black. We appreciate the weight, especially knowing that it's due to the industry-leading sturdiness that Nokia phones are known for. The frame's edges are quite sharp, and even though we are not fans of their shiny polish, we appreciate how good of a grip they provide. Overall, we'd say the Nokia 6 is one solid phone with great looks, but it's not the most compact 5.5-incher. The exterior is pretty standard for a modern smartphone. A 3.5mm headphone jack is included, and that's a relief. Near the top, there is an 8-megapixel selfie camera and the phone's earpiece. This earpiece doubles as one of the stereo loudspeakers. The other is located at the bottom of the phone. Right next to it, there is the old-school micro USB 2.0 port and the microphone. We also find a hybrid dual SIM slot on the left side. This allows you to expand the storage if you don't need dual SIM functionality. The fingerprint reader is front-mounted and located between two touch-sensitive navigation keys. You can use it to unlock your phone, and it also acts as a home key. The reader responds quickly, but it's not the most accurate we've ever seen. It's also positioned quite low on the phone's body, which for some might feel awkward. The Nokia 6 has a 5.5-inch display and is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. It's among the brightest screens in its price segment and is easily usable in sunlight. The contrast is also good, and if you switch the screen setting to warm, you get great color accuracy as well. The Nokia 6 scored a battery endurance rating of 75 hours. So, it's above average for its class, but certainly not a battery champion. The talk time and the standby battery draw were particularly good. The 16-megapixel camera on the back sticks out a bit. It doesn't look bad, but it can cause the phone to wobble. The camera interface is quite simple. If you want the manual mode, it's hidden inside the menu. There's not a lot of customization options available here. The image quality on the Nokia 6 isn't that great. There's a decent amount of detail, but you can notice a softness towards the edges. The colors feel muted and dull. None of them seem to pop. There is an HDR mode, but it doesn't seem to add anything positive. The Nokia 6 shoots video in plain 1080p at 30 frames per second. No 4K here. Video quality is pretty good. There is plenty of detail and textures look natural, but the colors are again a bit of a letdown. Our Nokia 6 boots Android 7.0 Nougat with Nokia's customized UI on top. On the Nokia home screen, all of the system items and pre-installed apps are painted in Nokia blue, and they're all circles. Aesthetics aside, this makes it hard to find a particular function at a glance. All third-party apps have their normal icons though. You can use an optional app drawer, or just keep all of your apps on the home screen. Unfortunately, you can't customize the looks of your UI with themes. The notification shade is easy to get to, and the toggles are big, but there is no way to toggle the auto brightness mode from here. Inside the phone we have a Snapdragon 430 chipset with an octa-core CPU. It's still an entry-level mid-range processor. In our tests, it didn't stand out in any particular way. With that said, in regular use, the smartphone ran smoothly. It was responsive, and we didn't have any glitches to speak of. Even better, the phone remained cool throughout our entire testing session.
A phone of many contradictions, this Nokia 6 is.
It's HMD's first Nokia smartphone, and yet it's not a top-tier product. You've got an awesome build quality, but an entry-level chipset. The screen was very good across the board, while the cameras failed to impress us in any way. You get the point. The Nokia 6 is a solid phone with an attractive price tag, and it's a great phone to recommend. But we'll surely revisit this review once the global version comes out in a couple of months. Until then, don't miss checking out our detailed text review over at GSM